talk about becoming her. The her who is pursued in love, in business, becoming the her who is confident, who knows her worth, who knows how to charge exactly what she wants to charge. So I decided to do this live because one of my clients recently just charged the most that she's ever charged for one of her coaching packages. She just charged 5 figures for one of her coaching packages and got one of her first 5-figure clients. And another one of my clients at the same time not only was able to get her ex back, which was a thing that we had been working on for a little while, but the depth of intimacy that they've been able to cultivate is unmatched. She's telling me that they are having the best intimacy that she's ever had in her entire life. And her partner is showing up for her in ways that she never thought was possible. And what she said to me today was that I changed her brain. This is literally what she said. And I'm like, go write me a fucking testimonial. I can't swear on here, I don't think. Like, go write me a testimonial, because those words are perfection. She was in Devotee, so all of my one-on-one clients get free access to my mistress classes and anything that I offer except for, one-on-one type things. And she was like, oh my God, it changed me. I watched Devotee and it changed me. And I want to talk a little bit about this. I want to talk about becoming her. And before I continue, I want to name that her is going to be different for everyone, right? Everyone wants to become a different version of themselves. You may think that everyone wants the same thing. Not true. Everybody has their own individual, unique desires here. And I want to talk about what it looks like to become her, which is you, right? It is you. It's who you are. You simply have taken on constructs that are not actually you. And this is the thing that we really work on shifting and changing. Also, Devoted is happening on December the 13th, and it is going to change your life. This is the core of what I teach. This is the foundation of stepping into your power and this feminine manifestation, this way of being that attracts everything that you ever wanted to you easily and effortlessly. I manifested something today. It was a sum of money. And I thought about it this morning. In the next few hours, I checked and bam, it was there, right? And this is something that I've really been working on in my own life in terms of creating instant manifestations. And it has been so delicious to experience this life where I'm now having these instant manifestations in my world. And I want to share this with you too. So if you're ready to become the queen of manifestation herself, say yes, click on the link in my bio and get in here before the price goes up again, because it will go up soon. And we start on December 13th, 6 weeks live with me. What a beautiful opportunity that you get to have to finally work with me and ask me your questions live. So becoming her, right? Becoming her. Most people think that they are committed to wealth. Most people think that they are committed to love. But then when you really get to know them, the conversations that they're having, and again, I used to be this person too. So please know, if this is you, it's okay. You're in good company, right? This is not to shame or judge ourselves. This is to really get honest with ourselves so that we can begin to shift and change these things rapidly. And this is what I'm here to help you do. if you really listen to the conversations that they're having with themselves, it is not wealthy. They are not wealthy. The conversations are not wealthy conversations, right? The predominant conversations that they're having are not wealthy conversations. And that's okay. The conversations that they're having around love are not loving conversations. And that's okay. And unfortunately, when you look at the way that the mind works, when you look at how the mind is set up, what starts to happen is neural pathways begin to be formed in those conversations around not having money, right? Around not having the love, around not being treated well, right? Around not being respected or shown up for or loved or found attractive or any of these things. And the more that you have these conversations is the more that you are actually solidifying and creating these neural pathways in your mind. So much of the work that I do is not only eliminating this, right? Which depending on how long you've been doing it, it's going to take a different amount of time. So much of the work that I do is helping you to liberate yourself, right? And seeing these ways that you're self-harming and self-abusing in some cases. Because we talk so much about outer boundaries. Oh, that person didn't call you back, block them, delete them. But what boundaries do we have within ourselves? Are you blocking that thought that said that you were a failure? Right? Probably not. Most people aren't. But yet, so many people, especially in these days, right? It's like a ghosting epidemic out there, right? Someone disrespects them, someone doesn't show up on a date, and they block them, which is fine. I mean, it is what it is. It's your life. And yet, you say a disrespectful thing to yourself, you don't block that thought out. And then it persists. And then one day you think maybe you're not attractive, or one day you think, oh shit, I can't hold on to money, or I can't make money. And that snowballs. It doesn't matter who you're presenting yourself to be out in the world, my loves. And if anyone understands this, it's me. Because I have lived that life where I would put on a brave face. I would go out. Everyone would tell me, oh my God, Pamela, you're the happiest person I know. Oh my God, Pamela, you're the sweetest. And I was angry. And I was miserable. And I was depressed. And I felt like no one could see me. And unfortunately, in my wealth and in my relationships, it was her, right? That her that was manifesting all of it. And so of course I didn't have what I wanted. Because when the curtains came down, I was not the her that I really wanted to be. When the show was on, I was. And in that, yeah, I had some things. I mean, at the end of the day, I was inhabiting her some of the time, right? When I had to, when I was around people or whatever it was. So of course I had some results, I had some things. But deep down inside, I wasn't fulfilled. And deep down inside, it wasn't enough. And deep down inside, I never quite had exactly what I wanted. And, you know, the thing about this is as feminine beings, listen, we always want more. Like, you could give us truckloads of love. You could give us truckloads of money. And any feminine being is always going to desire more and more and more and more. Always. That's just what it is to be feminine. Oh my God, but I want more. Who else is like this? Who else is like this? I know it's not just me. Oh, but I just want more. Right? So cute. So sweet. And such innocence in that. So it's okay to want more. And it's okay to want more while you also have everything that you desire in that moment. You get to be the person who has everything that they desire now. And it's from this place that you actually have more and create more. But so many people try to manifest from not having. So many people try to manifest from lack. And it's this very sort of like sideways childhood wounding, in my opinion, in most cases, right? I know that I have seen this a lot where maybe the child is really sad. And it's in that sadness that the parent will give them the thing, right? Okay, I know you're sad. Here's the candy. And for some of you, you might be like, I wish my parents gave me something when I was sad, right? So we all have different experiences here. And I know for me, if I was sad, my parents wouldn't. I wasn't getting it. I wasn't getting it if I was happy. I wasn't getting it if I was sad. Depending on the thing, obviously. And so I say this to say it's not your fault, right? Regardless of what it is, it's not your fault. And you get to shift what's happening. You get to shift what's happening for you. And you get to have what you want. And you get to be her now. You get to be her now. And you get to persist in the her that thinks like a wealthy person now. You get to be the her that thinks like the person that's actually loved now, that is chosen now, that is shown up for now, that is pursued now, that is valued, cherished, respected, prioritized now. Versus thinking with that old mind that used to only see holes and emptiness, right? Nothingness, the not enoughness. And it's when you embody the her that has it now, and then learn how to manifest in that place, that everything shifts and changes for you. This is where instant manifestations truly begin to occur for you. And so, with that being said, I want to welcome you into Devoted. We begin December the 13th. It is going to be so good. This group of women is amazing. Oh my goodness. I am so excited for the queens that have said yes. And the price is going to be going up very soon. If you took Devotee, you get $88 off. You get your investment for Devotee off. If you want to take Devotee, and you basically will get it for free, send me a DM and I will send you the link for Devotee and Devoted, and then that way you can have them both. Send me a DM on Instagram or send an email to Pamela@theawakenedaphrodite.com and my assistant will get back to you. This is exactly how you want to step into 2023. Being her is exactly how you want to step into your relationship. Being her is exactly how you want to respond to that client. You want to respond to your client as her. You want to respond to your partner as her. Trust me. Oh, thank you, honey. Thank you for being here. So good to see you. I fully received that. Thank you for saying that I'm amazing. And you are her. You are her. You are her. And we just get to fine tune your access to her. Your confidence in embodying her. And bringing your manifestations in through and from that place. So that you can finally see through her eyes. Experience life as her now, because that's what you really want. You want to be treated as her because of the kinds of experiences that you will get to have. I want to share, I was going to wrap up, but I want to share a couple of examples to help this land for you. When I was younger, this is just one of the many, many things, right? Like, I love my wealth. I love my relationships. And I love my clients. I have so many. I could give you examples for days, but this one just popped into my head, so I want to give it to you. When I was younger, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the tight pants, the high heels, and the fucking Batman t-shirt that I used to wear. I never got treated like VIP, like anywhere I went. It was a whole thing. I would go places and I would always, it was like an authority thing. It was an authority thing. I was like a little, I did not like authority, to say the least. And I remember once I went to the airport and I had a flight. I had a flight booked and I was running late. And the plane was still there. The plane was still there, okay? And they wouldn't let me on the plane. They would not let me on the plane. My plane was there. Like, I wasn't that late. I was late, but it wasn't like they had, like, closed the, the gate thing. They would not let me on the plane. And in that moment, I remember thinking, of course, in this very, like, bitchy, oh my God, I love myself deeply, but I was something else at that time. And I love myself. I love her. So I remember thinking, of course they didn't let me on the fucking plane. I was like a very angry person at that time. They didn't let me on the plane. And I hated it. And I had all of these assumptions about why. It's because of my body. It's because of how I look. Of course she didn't let me on the plane. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I hated the fact that I was never treated like her. Right? And this was just a belief that I had. I just had this belief that women with bodies like mine, right? I'm very voluptuous. Don't get treated with respect. That was a belief that I had. And that got mirrored out to me in these horrible ways, especially with, trying to board a plane and all these things and being late. So I've worked on that belief, obviously. Like, this is one of the many beliefs that I have had in my life that I've worked on and shifted and changed. And I cannot tell you, I could wear the same outfit. I could wear the same black stiletto leather boots, blue tight, sexy blue jeans, and a Batman tight t-shirt, and they would let me on the plane. Right? They would let me on the plane. Not only would they let me on the plane, they would probably apologize. They would probably go, "Oh, ma'am, I'm so sorry. How can we help you?" In fact, this happened to me a few weeks ago. Or wait, I'm so bad with time. Where are we? September, end of September. Okay, so a few months ago. Sorry. I was coming back from Ireland to London. And I was late for my flight. Okay, I was late for my flight. And magically out of nowhere, and I was in a lineup of people that were all late for the flight. It was it was a whole disaster of a situation. And I said to myself, of course I'm going to make my flight. In fact, I get treated like VIP everywhere I go because I am. And this woman comes out of nowhere, right? And she ends up helping me get on my flight. Right? She ends up hand-picking me. And she said, let me help you. Let me help you get on this flight. Other people had asked her. Right? Other people had asked her. And she helped me. I made my flight. And not only did I make my flight, I got treated like a VIP the entire time. And this is just normal everywhere I go. Like, I go to a restaurant that I love. This doesn't really happen at restaurants that I don't like, but restaurants that I love. And the manager comes out. They say, oh my God, so good to see you again. And this was not always my life. And it's because I have changed. It's because how I see myself has changed. It's because who I know myself to be has changed. And this is why. And it is the same reason why I make the amount of money that I make now. It is the same reason why I have the kind of relationships that I have now. It's because I see myself only as the person that is respected. And that's the only thing that I have space and availability for. Whereas before in my life, I saw myself mostly that way. But I didn't really stand in it all of the time. And I certainly was not always having that conversation with myself. There were other conversations that were happening. And I want to show you how to do this in your relationships. I want to show you how to do this in wealth. I want to give you the gift of inner liberation, which then pushes out into this beautiful external experience of deeper levels of being devoted to in every single way in your life, in the most magical ways in your life. And every woman deserves to know what it is to be treated this way. Every single woman deserves to know what it is to be treated and celebrated in this depth of feminine power and essence. And I want this for you too. So sign up before the price goes up. The price is at $2,222 right now. It's going to go up to $3,333. And I would love to have you inside of the palace. We begin December the 13th. And let's activate this for you in wealth, in love, in romance. And I cannot wait to see you and hear how devoted to yourself and to your desires you are, and how that begins to get mirrored back to you in the most beautiful ways. Thank you for watching. Whether it's day or night, you know I love you, I love you, I love you. And you can also go to theawakenedaphrodite.com and sign up there. Thank you so much for watching.